right, I'm here right here in Jerusalem, but I'm in a place that nobody wants to talk about. This is the intersection here. The street is Emek Refaim, which means the Valley of the Giants. And at this intersection, which is right near St. Andrew's Church, actually is where the Valley of the Giants, or Emek Refaim, intersects with the Valley of Hinnom, or as Jeremiah said, as the Lord instructed him to rename the Valley of Hinnom as the Valley of the Slaughter. And that's because there was thousands of children that were sacrificed to the god Moloch, as well as other pagan gods. But this valley, Emek Refaim, the Valley of the Giants, this will lead you, if you follow it, it will lead you to the Valley of Elah. Well, what happened at the Valley of Elah? The Philistine giant Goliath. That's when he confronted the children of Israel for 40 days and 40 nights, and he then fought David. David, of course, taking him down with the one little stone and the slingshot, the great story, and then giving victory to the nation, to the children of Israel over the Philistines. So we are in this valley, connecting the Valley of Elah to the Valley of Hinnom. So the Valley of the Slaughter, the Valley of the Giants, all the way to where the Philistines and Goliath of Gath fought David. So in this area is now modern day Jerusalem, and it's actually the area what's known as German colony or Germantown, or they call it German colony here. And that's where the German people migrated from Germany here back in the 1800s. They were Zionists. They thought the end of the world was coming very soon. And so they came here to prepare for the return of the Jewish people from all over the world, okay? Because it was time for the coming of the Messiah, the days of the end times. Well, and of course you can read that in the book of, sorry about that. Of course, look at the sign there. It does say it right on the street, Emek Refaim. It's amazing that they knew to name the street the right name, yet when talking to the locals, no one really knows the story. Maybe we ought to give some credit to Sister Heidi's research, and maybe even a little to L.A. Marzulli every now and then, because the studying of the giants and where they're located in different parts of the world is very important to the biblical narrative. And when you begin to understand that the hybrids, if you will, the fallen ones, back in Genesis 6, we had these all kinds of different tribes of giants, especially here in the Holy Land. And we're in an area where a lot of them were. Now, as time went on, of course, the German people was preparing, but World War II came. Even when we got into the second generation of the Germans that were living in this area, Wilhelm came, and then some of the doctrine began to change. By the third generation, even the beginning of Nazism began, even before World War II. And so this area went through a transformation, of course. During the war, the British told the Germans to get out of here. You either go back to Germany and fight in the war, or you're going to go to prison and be shipped off to Australia. So there was a whole lot of stuff that went on in this area. But since the war ended, the Germans have migrated back, and now this area is where many of them live. So it's quite a story here in Jerusalem, a story that's rarely brought up, but biblically plays a major narrative in these end times. So here we are now. Now Israel's a nation. Now, 70 years. Now, folks, now we're in the last of the last days. Give your life to Jesus Christ, Yeshua, the Messiah, Savior of the world. From Jerusalem, I'm here.